Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. Motorhome in fun on this lovely Sunday morning, the last day of November. Yesterday was one of those wet, dull, dreary days most of the day, but today it's a lot better. So we're just going to come into our little local walk, Wicksteed Park, and we're going to take you around and have a little bit of a walk and talk this morning everybody on all things life and what's going to go on and into 2026. So come with us, enjoy the park, enjoy my little ramble and that. So thanks again. Right, so this is Wicksteed Park. As you know, we've been here many times, many a drone flight come from here everybody. It's my lovely local walk on my doorstep, so why not use it? As I say, we do come here sometimes once a day, sometimes twice, and that's how we do have some lovely walks around and that. So we're just going to, as I say, have a little chat about everything as we go around and show you the sights. Right, so we're coming to the park down the bottom end, what they sometimes called the tradesman's entrance. This is the water chute in front. Everything is pretty well closed up apart from the train ride which they're using as a Santa Express. I don't know where that starts this weekend or next weekend, but we'll have a wander up there and show you around and see what other Christmassy themes they got on at the moment. As you can see, Sky's off a lead. We've also got Bo with us today as well. Mum's going out today with one of the neighbours. They've invited her out, so she's going. Right, as you know everybody, or some people do know, I've been watching my YouTubes and Facebook and everything, that I've got a few health issues going on at the moment. Been going on a couple of years or so, mainly with my shoulder and my back. Some of you know I've already had shoulder surgery back in January for rotator cuff, labrum repairs, bone shaves, bursitis, you name it, cartilage, ligament damage and all that. Now they've done that and everybody, and after that I developed a frozen shoulder. So we've got more surgery to come on that. Some of you know I'm going to have a new shoulder joint fitted, and that what they call a reverse shoulder joint. Basically the ball and socket is on the opposite way around to what it is now. So I'm hoping we could get a cancellation call this side of Christmas. That's my hope. I did ask if there was anything coming up, if I could be considered. Many people have got holidays and family plans and they don't want the surgery, so I thought let me jump in. So we're still hoping for that. If not, it will be sometime next year. Right, so we're heading up towards the top end of the park. We've got the little railway station first, and that's so I think I set this up as the North Pole railway station for the Christmas season and that. So we'll go and have a look here, have a look at the pavilion and everything. And I don't know whether they've got the reindeers here yet. They used to have them around the railway track, but the last few years have moved them to another location. So regarding the shoulder, I am hoping to get that done first before the back surgery. What the surgeon is telling me, I need 3 months recovery at least from having the new shoulder joint fitted to any other surgery I need. So yeah, on Friday we went back to the hospital. Some of you know, about 3 weeks ago I did go to the consultant to see him regarding my back, and it was a follow-up appointment from about 18 months ago, and he suggested I have another MRI scan and what they call an EMG, electrical myography, which is basically nerve tests down your leg, electric shocks, etc. We'll just show you the little railway station set up at the moment. As I say, what they call the North Pole station. So we'll be having lovely train rides around the lake here up to the Christmas period, up to Christmas Eve I guess. So if you fancy a little day out, bring your kids or whatever, young kids, nephews, nieces, Wicksteed Park is possibly the place you'd enjoy. Right, so as I was saying, I had these tests, a new MRI and the EMG test, and Friday was my follow-up appointment to see my consultant surgeon, and unfortunately it wasn't the best news, although I did expect it to be pretty well the same as the MRI from about 20 months ago. And he tells me I've got a bulging disc, a blown disc, which is basically it's all coming apart, plus it is crushing the nerve, which is why I have got a pretty well numb right thigh. I also get a little bit of a burning sensation. Well, there's a Wicksteed Pavilion, everybody, and we're in the formal gardens at the moment. So yes, those are the problems it creates with my leg. So he said basically he gave me two options. He said I could have an injection to ease the pain, but it wouldn't mend the problem, or basically surgery. So it looks like I've had to opt for surgery, so I can't go on with this for the rest of my life. As I say, I've been having issues with my back possibly for 20 years off and on, and over the last 2 or 3 years it's increasingly got worse. So that is a plan. I was expecting him to say surgery would probably be about 12 months time with the NHS waiting list, but he shocked me by saying about May time next year. So we're in a bit of a dilemma at the moment, and that if the shoulder surgery doesn't come before then, do I get the back done, and that which we'll have to seriously think of. But we'll just take it as it comes, everybody. But as I say, both surgeries are on the cards for 2026, hopefully 2025 for the shoulder. So we're just coming up to the pavilion now. So you can see that is the main pavilion. They'll have all the Christmas nights on there and that party nights, etc. It is a bit of a wedding venue as well. You can see the big wheel there. It still hasn't got the carriages, the seats on it. It has been dismantled for almost a year now. I believe they're waiting for some parts from Italy. This area here, this is what they used to call the old bandstand. It was raised with a roof on many years ago, but I think that got into a state of disrepair, so they took the roof off. And this is looking down at the formal gardens where we were a few minutes ago, everybody. As you can see, we've got a beautiful sunrise this morning. Right, so at the moment we don't know what things hold for us 2026 regarding travel plans and going away in the motorhome. I'm hoping if the weather's nice after Christmas, if we haven't got the shoulder done, we possibly will have a little trip after the new year. We do like to go up to Castleton or possibly Chatsworth. I believe Chatsworth is possibly closing next year, and that, so it wouldn't be nice to get one more trip up to there. As I say, we do love the Chatsworth grounds, going into Baslow and generally just having a look around the area, and that's some lovely walks, forest walks, and around the grounds of Chatsworth House, Edensaw, and that. So that is a plan at the moment. We have got one trip for May still in the pipeline. That is last year's trip. Sorry about that. Yes, we've got one trip from last year which we didn't take when we did have the shoulder done previously. That is our cancelled trip to Uphill Marina and campsite at Weston-super-Mare. So we're not too sure whether that will get cancelled again. We'll get into the new year and see what, as I say, the plans hold and surgery dates are, and that. So as you can see now, we come up to the main play area. This is what they call the garden calf. I think that opens about 9 o'clock in the morning daily. They do coffees, bacon rolls, hot sausage rolls and all that there and that. So not the cheapest, so everybody. So generally we have a walk and we get back and have a nice coffee when we get back. So as I say, this is a play area, and this is where up here, gates are closed today. We have wandered in there previously, but the reindeers have always been put in here the last few years. It's a little bit of a petting zoo inside here and that, with all the other animals and that. So possibly, I guess this is why it's all shut up at the moment and that. But as I say, I'm expecting the reindeer to be in here this year. Right, so we just wander down here and we get to the other side of the main pavilion building. We're going around this way, Sky. By the way, we're filming on an older camera today, the old Action 3, and we haven't got no additional mics, everybody, so hopefully the sound is coming out okay. So these are just general buildings for the park and that. Come on round here. We've got the famous Wicksteed's ice cream, which was known for being the best ice cream in the country at one time. I'm not too sure whether it is or not now, but that is generally where the Wicksteed's ice cream is sold, which is now the Elf Workshop, they're saying. So this is the other side of the pavilion. Got the Christmas theme going on here, a few little signs and boards. It's also the children's park run today. They have the adult park run on a Saturday morning here, and they do the little kiddie one Sunday morning. So it's pretty good for your kids. It gives them exercise and that. What we got there, we got the gingerbread and reindeer food making in there, and we got the Wiki Bear Theatre where they do little Christmas shows. Right, so this is the start point of the park run for children. Right, one thing I didn't mention is the recovery time on the back surgery. Recovery time is estimated between 6 and 8 weeks, they say. It'll be a one night stay in hospital, they say, unless there's complications and that, which I do hope there isn't. As he told me on Friday, the surgery does carry risks, as you probably all know. We're close to the spinal cord, and one thing is we don't want to get paralysed and that, so that's the only thing I'm not looking forward to. As I say, I don't mind going through the surgery and the recovery and that, but as I say, it is a risky surgery, as all surgery is, I suppose, everybody. Right, so we're just continuing our walk and that. So travel plans, as I say, everything is on hold, as I say, for 26 at the moment. It's going to be one of those spur of the moment bookings, everybody. If we get a chance to go away, like it will be after Christmas, January. No firm plans I don't think we can make until possibly summertime. That's if we do get the back surgery done around May. That takes us all the way through to July time, which is then the busy school period where the schools are off, which we don't like going in. So it might be a case of our next main adventure could be about September time, all being well. So as I say, we've got lots of things to consider about life in general, travel and that for 26 and that. As you know, I've had to retire now. Mum is 83, she needs a lot more help and attention at the moment. She went out driving the other day, took me in the car, and I must admit I wanted to pack up driving now. It was quite scary being in the car with her, and as I say, she's 83, and I think she's lost it regarding driving at the moment, but it's hard to tell her to pack up though. Right, so down this little road you've got the campsite on the right hand side, which is not in use now, everybody. It's, how you know, it's all grassed pitches here, and it will be a little bit waterlogged, so that won't open up until the springtime now, until they know it's nice and dry and that. So we won't show you through there. We have done other walks through the campsite and showing you the facilities, so do go back and check previous walks at Wicksteed's. We've got the main attractions coming up on the right hand side. This is where the log flume is, and all the main rides, the bumping cars, the roller coaster, and that just generally shuts down now as well, so they generally just open up a little train ride over the Christmas period and holiday periods. I should point out you got the little cafe there as well, burger bar, pizzas and everything they sell there. Nothing cheap again, you won't get a meal for under £10 with a drink, everybody, so it does become quite expensive if you want a day out with family. It's a lovely walk though, even if you want to come in your car. I must admit, parking for a whole day is about £7.50, but it does start at about £3 I think for an hour or 2 hours, and it gradually increases, it does so. But as I say, we're extremely lucky, we can just walk in. As you can see, this is the end of the park run for the kids. They basically do one lap I think, and it's about a mile and a half I think the kids do, and the adult one is 3 laps I think on a Saturday, including going around the main lake, which is a 5k I believe, so it's always quite busy. We tend to try and avoid the park on a Saturday morning around 9 o'clock. As I say, it's just heaving with runners. Right, so we're just heading down towards the what they call the model boating lake now. This is where you can bring your little toy boats and have a little whiz round, etc. As I say, it's a glorious November day, last day of November today. I think we've got another rainy day coming tomorrow, and then Tuesday, Wednesday around this area show us nice days, and it's back to wet and windy I think for Thursday and Friday. What we will do is we'll probably document the shoulder and the back surgery again for a few YouTube videos. It does keep the channel ticking over. A little bit disappointing there weren't so many views on the shoulder recovery last year when we filmed some and that, but I guess if it's not your thing to watch, you won't watch it, everybody. But as I say, it did show you my recovery over about a 3-month period. And this is more views of the boating lake, or the model boating lake at the other end, everybody. Say, look at that sky, there's hardly a cloud in the sky today. A little bit fresh, and we are back to wearing the shorts at the moment, everybody. We just had that little brief spell when we went to Cromer where I did put the long trousers on, but I did come back and try them, but admittedly I was getting a bit hot and sweaty, so back with the shorts at the moment. Right, so we're just heading around the main lake at the moment. What we'll do is we'll cross a little pontoon bridge, and we'll probably go back through the Arboretum back home. So everybody, what travel plans have you got? If you're motorhomers, camper vanners and everybody, have you got much plans for 2026? Well, at the moment we're still doing lots of walks daily. We're trying to average about 8 to 10 miles a day. I must admit walking does help me when I'm sitting, especially with my back. I get more pain, but coming out for a walk I do loosen up a bit. Not great for the shoulder at the moment. I'm definitely feeling more pain with the shoulder with the colder, damper weather and that, so it's a matter of wrapping up on the top side and hopefully keeping the pain at bay. Well, we've still got a few more videos from our Chroma trip to come, so do take a look at those. We've got some lovely walks to come and some more drone footage, and I think we've possibly got another couple more, or certainly one more Wicksteed Park footage and that, so as I say, do take a look, do leave me a comment. If you're not subscribed to the channel, everybody, please think about subscribing as well. Well everybody, at the point of recording this, we've got just 2 people short of 1900 subscribers, so hopefully by the time you're watching this we will be reached 1900. Right, over here is the little memorial benches. What you can do is you can buy a little brass tag plaque to go on here, have your loved one remembered, and that you can probably see various name tags in memory of certain people. As I say, if you love the park, you can have a little name tag. I wouldn't be surprised if a few people's ashes have been scattered here as well. Keep increasing, they do the tags weekly and monthly, and as you can see, a few people leave flowers here as well. Right, we'll wander over the pontoon next. So this is the pontoon walkway. Come on, Sky. Yes, it's quite icy this morning, this boardwalk it is, or pontoon. Anyway, thanks if you made it this far on my little ramble, little talk, everybody. And I do ramble on sometimes, everybody, sharing my problems, but a problem shared is a problem halved, as I used to say. Right, so we'll have a little wander through the arboretum on the way home. Normally let Sky have a little go in the old little brook here, but that's getting quite high now, and it was flowing quite fast the other day, so we don't want to floating downstream. Right, so it's not too bad, and that it is flowing a little bit faster than that, but are you going to go in for a little paddle, Sky? Are you going in? She'll just dip her feet. There you go. Go on then, in. They do love it down here in the summer to cool off, dogs do. Everybody brings a dog down to this point. Right, we'll head over the bridge. This will take us through the arboretum, otherwise we can walk through the fields back home. We won't today, we've already got normal shoes on today. We haven't got wellies or walking boots, so sometimes this is bad enough for the mud. This guy's taking us through this little woodland area. She spotted a squirrel. Looks lovely with the leaves and the sunshine this morning, it does. Well, virtually no leaves on the trees now. I think that one up there just got a few on, you can see. Just a carpet of leaves to walk on. We normally come back with a bull from here, and Sky's walking. We'll see if she finds one today. She's looking like she's gone hunting for one. Right, I think we'll call it a day, everybody. Thank you for coming on our little Sunday morning walk with me, Sky and Bo today. As I say, we've had a little bit of a walk and talk. Hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, do give me a little thumbs up, maybe a comment, and also subscribe if you haven't already, everybody. So we'll see you shortly on the next one. I don't know where, I don't know when, but it will be quite soon. Bye for now.